Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at how to work with MIDI drums. The first thing we'll need to do is to set up a VST instrument. VST instruments allow us to take MIDI data and change that into audio. To set up a VST instrument, click Devices, then VST Instruments, and this will bring up the VST Instruments window. Click the first available instrument panel and select the Hallion Sonic SE. Cubase will then ask if we want to create a MIDI track and assign it to the VST instrument. On this occasion, cancel this. Next, we need to select the right program or sound for our VST instrument. So firstly, clear all the programs that are currently selected. Click Remove All Programs and confirm by clicking Remove. Next, select Channel 10. Channel 10 is the general MIDI standard for percussion. So select this channel, then select the preset window and clear all filters. Next, click Drums and Percussion, Drum Set GM, and Stereo GM Kit. Now we can see that the Stereo GM Kit has been loaded onto channel 10 of our VST instrument. You can now close the VST instrument and the VST instruments panel. Next, we need to set up the MIDI track. Right click on an empty space on the track list. Select Add MIDI Track. Make sure the count is at 1 and add the track. Rename this to Drums. The MIDI track is correctly receiving data on all MIDI inputs. And we need to make sure that the MIDI is being outputted to the VST instrument, the Hallion Sonic SE. Finally, make sure that the track's channel is set to 10. Next, we need to draw in some MIDI notes. To do this, firstly, make sure that your left and right locators are covering a duration of 1 bar. Next, create a MIDI event. Do this by moving your cursor adjacent to the drums track and in between the left and right locators. Then double click. This will create a MIDI event which is 1 bar in length. Double click again. This takes us to the MIDI edit page. And as we can see, down the left hand side we currently have the piano roll. This is great when we're working with melodic or harmonic content, but we're dealing with percussion, so we might want a better view. Close the MIDI edit window, and on our drums track, click the drum map button. Select GM map. Now double click the MIDI event again, and we can see that down the left hand side we now have a list of all the percussion instruments in the GM list. To input some notes, select the drumstick, make sure snap is turned on and that your quantize level is set to 1/4. Now draw quarter notes adjacent to the bass drum track. and have a quick listen back. Change the quantize level to 1/16. Then add some claps. And play those back. Next, draw in some closed hi-hats. I think I want to change the sound of the hi-hats, so I'm going to select the arrow tool, select the hi-hats and move them down until we get to the go-go's. And we'll start on the higher go-go. And I'm going to select a few of these notes. The volume of a MIDI note is known as its velocity. To change this, we have to use the controller lane. This is the controller lane here. To change a note's velocity, first get the arrow tool. Then select the note. Then, using the pencil tool, draw in a new velocity value. Try this for yourself. To delete a note, just click it again. When trying to figure out new rhythms, a good technique to use is to grab the mute tool and just mute out some of the notes in your phrase. This can allow you to experiment with new rhythms.